Hello, welcome to all of you here today. Thank you for joining this official welcome call and kickoff for the Microsoft Innovative Educator Experts and Showcase Schools program. We are so excited that you are here to join in this conversation, this community for this year, this 2024-25 year. We are very excited that you were selected for this program and will be participating, and just thank you for your attendance here today. As you can see here on the screen, we're going to go through this agenda that you can see here. This is the official general welcome. We'll meet the team. We'll go over some additional content in terms of participating in the program and some of our guidebooks and quick start guides, but we'll also have a special guest speaker, and you'll also hear from more from me in a couple minutes, and then also from the program director in terms of an official welcome from Microsoft. So we are glad you're here. So let's get going. Here on the screen, you can see the team members that you'll primarily be engaging with today and with throughout the year. My name is Keisha Jackson. I'll do more of an intro of myself in just a few moments. You'll meet Patrick shortly after I've concluded my remarks, who's our program director. And then hopefully you're familiar with Kaylee and Clara from years past in terms of working with them. And if you're not, and if you're new, well, our entire team welcomes you. And you can see here that Kaylee is our MIE program manager, and Clara works with our Showcase School programs as a program manager. Clara is not able to be with us. She is based in the UK, so hopefully she's sleeping right now. But Kaylee is extraordinary and will be going over all of the details for both the MIE program and the Showcase Schools in detail. And just a bit more about myself. As I said, my name is Keisha Jackson. I am the program lead for both of these programs, the MIE Experts program, and Showcase Schools, and have just started working in the last few months on this particular work stream, but I've been at Microsoft for 6.5 years. And prior to that, I actually worked in education and also at a college access nonprofit organization here in the United States and Washington State in the greater Seattle area. So I've had many years of experience working with students and educators at the higher ed level, and then also in my work with Microsoft, specifically with the philanthropies team, I've been able to work with high school teachers who focus on computer science. And so that's been a very exciting part of my role here at Microsoft. And I'm really excited this fiscal year to expand and work with you all in these communities with the MIE Experts program and Showcase Schools. I know it's going to be a dynamic year. And I am just really excited to hear more about each and every one of you on our communities, whether that's via Teams or on the Facebook group, and to hear what's going on at your schools, what's going on in your skilling journey, and how Microsoft can be a partner with you in that work. So with that, I will pass it over to Patrick, who will share more about our philanthropies program.
All right. Thank you so much, Keisha, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone that is joining us here for this second option of our kickoff call here. First and foremost, I just want to start by saying congratulations to all the MIE experts, the fellows, and the Showcase schools that have been selected for this year's cohort. I just want to recognize how much work and commitment it takes to get to this point, and it's truly that passion and commitment of this community that's really inspiring to me in the work that I'm doing at Microsoft and within Microsoft Philanthropies, because I know you're bringing that same passion and commitment to your students and the impact that you're having in the classrooms all over the world. I also just want to say thank you for being engaged, for being here, for being a part of these communities, and just acknowledging that these are communities like any community where the more you put into it, the more you and others will benefit. So thank you in advance for your ongoing engagement, as Keisha mentioned, in terms of the opportunities for engagement throughout the school year, the opportunities to learn from one another, for us to learn from you, and hopefully we can share some useful resources and skilling opportunities for you as well. So just honestly, we're honored and thankful to have you all part of these communities and this journey together. So with that, I want to introduce myself. So my name is Patrick Osteen. I am our Learner Programs Director within Microsoft Philanthropies, our Skills for Social Impact team. Prior to coming to Microsoft in 2015, where I've been focused on education throughout my time at Microsoft, I was a high school teacher in the Eastern United States in Washington, D.C. I taught there for 8 years as a physics teacher and an engineering teacher. I also taught chemistry. So, education is my passion throughout my career. That's been the through line, and that has remained unchanged. So, being a part of this community with you all and playing a role in supporting you all and recognizing and elevating this community across Microsoft globally, it just means a lot to me, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. So with that, I did want to provide just a little bit of context about our work in Microsoft Philanthropies, which some of you may be less familiar with, as these programs have previously lived in the Microsoft education part of the company. And specifically, I'd like to talk a little bit about Microsoft Philanthropies' focus on AI skilling. So, of course, generative AI is a transformative technology, as I'm sure you've been learning about and experiencing within your own work. And we believe that building AI skills is a critical part of how we empower people and communities with technology all over the world. We recognize that technology really doesn't serve a community unless people have the skills to put it to work. So our mission at Philanthropies is really about to expand opportunity to people around the world by empowering every learner to build digital and AI skills. So we're working across different sectors and directly supporting all learners, whether that's users of technology, developers of AI technology, or organizational leaders who are really at the forefront of driving adoption and transformation as it relates to AI. So we have an ambitious goal at Microsoft Philanthropies this year to engage 25 million learners across the world with AI skills by 2025. And we're doing that in a variety of ways through working with industry leaders to build more competitive workforce, partnering with educators like yourselves and school leaders like yourselves to unlock the power of AI in education. And we do this through programs like these, but also with partnerships like organizations like Code.org, you may be familiar with, or ISTE, to name a few. We work with nonprofits, non-governmental organizations all across civil society to make sure no one is left behind. And we're partnering with government institutions to bring AI learning and opportunity to their agencies and citizens as well. So at the end of the day, I hope you can take away that we're deeply committed to these communities, to you all. We're so appreciative that you're with us on this journey together as we see how AI is transforming education. And we know that you all are at the forefront of that with us. So thank you once more. Pleasure to be with you all today. And now I believe it's going to be my opportunity and privilege to introduce our speaker, who's with us today, Mark Sparvell. So Mark, if you're ready to come on, please join us.
Absolutely, Patrick. I'll just check with Kaylee. I'm live and ready to go. There we go. Excellent. Wow. Have you had a look at all of the chat that's happening in the chat box? It's the Q&A box with the messages coming from across the world. That's the power of a global community of professional practice. The thing that connects us all. This is our profession. We've got Rose from China, Jeff from California. There's Gil from the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand. We've got Argentina. Milton's joining us from Ecuador. We've got Maria from the fascinating Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, plus about 220 other people. If you haven't, take an opportunity while I'm speaking to look through the chat and put a hello to your brand new colleagues. So I'm Mark Sparvell. I'm an education director at Microsoft, but my background was as a classroom teacher, principal and director for 25 years, working across Australia and Southeast Asia. In fact, trivia point, in 2009, I was the last worldwide winner of the Microsoft Innovative Teacher Award. That's the program that became the MIEEs. And my school was a Microsoft Pathfinder school. That's the program that became the Global Showcase School program. So my history in education and in the MIEE programs, the MIE programs, the Showcase schools stretches back quite a long way, which is why I couldn't be happier to be here today. And congratulations on your recognition as being an innovative expert educator or a Showcase school. We're just so happy to have you here. The program has always been about identifying best and next practice, thoughtfully using technology, celebrating excellence and persistence using technology to improve learning, extending professional learning, and providing opportunities to celebrate and to share what it is that you're finding out. We can jump to the next slide. Thank you. If you're joining us from one of the countries that's currently experiencing disruption through conflict, through disruption with environmental, political, or social factors, an extra special shout out to you and a thank you and our gratitude for you joining us and continuing to pursue excellence in education in at times very difficult contexts. So I'm a father and I'm a grandfather of 2. In fact, my granddaughter turns 4 in 2 days' time. So quality education matters to me. And I believe that technology's role really is to humanize the learning process, not just to digitize content and curriculum, but to allow for human flourishing. It's why I'm also interested in social and emotional learning. So I do a lot of work inside of Microsoft and then a lot of work outside of Microsoft running communities of practice around social and emotional learning. So right now, really, 2 agendas have come together: AI, artificial intelligence, and EI, emotional intelligence. More on that in a moment. We can jump to the next slide. What I want to do is to talk a bit about how Microsoft Education is thinking about the work that it's doing with AI. Our mission remains, our vision, to empower every learner on the planet, every leader on the planet, every teacher on the planet to achieve more. And when we talk about empower, to Patrick's point, we mean empower with skills, with knowledge and dispositions. When we talk about achieve more, we mean achieve more socially, achieve more ethically and responsibly, to be an active citizen, and to achieve more academically. But importantly for us in this vision statement is every. By that we mean every child, regardless of ability or disability, mobility, geography, identity or income, should have an opportunity to reach their full potential. We can jump to the next slide. So how do we breathe life into that vision? And what's the role technology plays? This is how Microsoft thinks about the important role that AI can play. We call it the power of possible. And at the heart of that wheel, you can see enabling equitable education. How do we give every kid the best seat in the house? How to ensure that learning is fair, is rigorous, and is appropriate across the globe? And we've heard from educators and system leaders across the globe that there are 4 things that they're concerned about and they're working towards. One is accelerate learning. And when we think about AI, we think about endlessly patient tutors. We think about helping every student to keep up, catch up, and get ahead. When we look at preparing students for the future, we think about the next generation of certification and assessments. We think about technical skills for an increasingly AI-powered economy. When we think about improve efficiency, we think about tools built on Microsoft Cloud, which allow modeling, predicting, and actions to help drive efficiencies and unlock resources for schools and for universities. And this is all anchored in our concern around providing a simple and secure environment for all. And this is security at the speed of the cloud. So when we think about AI in education, when we design tools, when we look for stories to tell, we're looking for these things. How do we accelerate, prepare, improve, and simplify? And we're doing that in service to make learning fair for everyone. We can jump to the next slide. So AI is all around us already. And we can jump to the next slide. We know from our lives outside of teaching and learning that we have reactive AI which responds to specific inputs if you're lucky, like Alexa or Siri or one of those other intelligent agents. There's predictive AI that analyzes data and predicts a certain event. My GPS knows if I'm traveling to the same place all of the time, and it will wonder whether that could be home, or it will provide an alternative route based upon some intelligence around roadblocks. But of course, the big bit blowing all around us at the moment is generative AI, tools that generate new content, creating something novel from learned patterns, drawing on large language models in order to make accurate predictions. We can jump to the next one. And for us at Microsoft Copilot for educators is your AI assistant, providing access to the advanced AI models, including the ChatGPT version 4, and new capabilities like the ability to remember recent chats. And that all comes with this enterprise level of data protection. Your data isn't used to train a large language model. Your data remains your data. Plus also copyright protection. Should there ever be an issue about image or content or code that's created using Copilot, Microsoft stands behind you. On the screen at the moment is just a quick graphic showing the fundamental shift. This is not like interactive whiteboards arriving or digital cameras. This is a generational shift in how we engage with technology. So with generative AI, we have this large data set with a reasoning engine set on top of it, being able to make accurate predictions of what comes next. And we engage with that with a natural language interface. In a sense, what we're now doing is having dialogue with data. We've shifted from saving, storing, sharing information to having a conversation with information. That's a very, very different way of dealing with data. The other big shift for educators is you now have this assistant Copilot 24/7. It means that you need to manage a non-human entity that's there to help you. And when you manage somebody else's work, you need to be clear about what the task is, clear about the outcome, clear about the caveats, the parameters, the boundaries, and you need to quality assure and ensure that the output is accurate and valid and appropriate. So managing an assistant is a new thing, and also dealing with conversations with information is a new skill set too, alongside, of course, being able to craft a killer prompt. The good thing about educators is, and the reason why we're never invited back to dinner parties, is we're excellent at questioning and prompting over and over again. It's always been our skill set. We can jump to the next slide. The next slide, thanks, Kaylee. Now, one of the great books that I've read recently has been Sal Khan from Khan Academy. His book, Brave New Words, would recommend, if you haven't put that on your reading group list, that would be a great book for staff meeting to have as a reading club or a book club, professional learning activity, a chapter, have a quick read. So that's a recommendation. We can jump to the next slide. I don't think that was the next slide or that. Okay, looks like it's back to me for a moment, and that's fine. So Microsoft has both Copilot, which is one of our clear AI-powered tools to use, your AI assistant. But the other place is where we built AI into our products, which is super exciting. So when we think of the power of possible, we think about the features that we have sitting within our learning accelerators. And I'll drop a link in the Facebook group to the Learning Accelerators page. But these are tools which now have features built into them, like, for example, Reading Coach and Reading Progress, where the AI is working in the background to build rubrics to help with the grading of assessments. which is super powerful. Plus also we've made Reading Coach available on the web for free. And the link is up there, coach.microsoft.com, which allows students at home or in another situation or at school to generate original pieces of text based on topics and themes they're interested in at a lexile level that they're capable of reading, and then use Reading Coach to get that feedback on challenge words, and then it will generate the next part of the story, plus unlocking rewards along the way. So it's like a choose your own adventure and absolutely free and available. Another good example of AI built inside of our products is Speaker Coach sitting within PowerPoint, both the web version and the desktop version, quickly giving students feedback around their tone, pace, use of inclusive language, use of filler words, and a sense of words per minute being spoken, plus also the important part, recommendations for future improvement. So that's sitting there already inside of Speaker Coach, and we have Maths Coach and Maths Progress coming out very shortly as well. We can jump to the next slide. So that's AI sitting inside of things like Search Progress, Search Coach, Speaker Progress, Reading Coach, lots of exciting opportunities there. Another awesome resource to share widely with your networks, with your school if you haven't already, is our Microsoft Education AI Toolkit. It's full of built-in prompts. So you click on the prompt and it will automatically populate the prompt into Copilot, which can be generate an example acceptable user policy for the school. This is geared up for leadership, but I think educators will find the background information about generative AI particularly useful. It also features a number of our AI navigators. These are schools, institutions, districts, and entire countries that are taking bold step forwards with generative AI tools like Azure OpenAI, like Copilots, and they share their story and their blueprint for success. We can jump to the next slide. So what I want you to consider is this to be an introduction and an invitation. It's an introduction to me. Hi, I'm Mark. It's also an invitation to follow up with anything that you've seen or heard on this. I'll make sure the slides are available in the Facebook group and I'll be active and busy there. Just in closing, I'd just like to say the work that you do each and every day is critical. We're navigating complex times in education at the moment, post-COVID. There's funding crisis, classrooms are becoming more complex and more challenging, teacher burnout and leader burnout is high. We hear that, we understand that. But this is the profession that creates every single other profession in the world. And our work is critical. We literally are architects of the future. That's what you do as educators. Schools aren't places where kids go to learn. Schools are places where society is created and recreated. And each and every day, you contribute to that preferred future through your work as a teacher, a leader, or a paraprofessional. So again, from Microsoft, thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution. And I'm really excited about what you do next. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. We appreciate you coming on and sharing with us and your amazing support and ongoing support for these communities. I hope you all take a little bit of time. I know he's dropping some of those links in the chat for you all to take a look at some of those AI resources that will be super valuable for you all. All right, so quick introduction. I know Keisha introduced me earlier, and I see a lot of familiar names in the Q&A. But I'm Kaylee Parker. I'm the MIE Expert Program Manager. I'm so happy to be here with you all today and excited to go through some fun details for you in the next upcoming slides, more community-centric details. So let's just get started here. We like to always take a look at the data every year of our MIE Expert Program and see how many numbers, how many individuals and educators are in our program this thousand MIE experts for the 2024-2025 year, which is amazing. Congratulations to all of you that are a part of our program for this year. We're so happy to have you all here. Another thing that I wanted to share with you is our brand new MIE Expert EDU Bites. So as you can imagine, with 29,000 MIE experts for this year, it's a little bit hard for us to get to know all of you one-on-one. But one way that we can get to know you slowly via our teams is to have you share MIE Expert EDU Bites. And this is also a way that you can collaborate with the community as well. So I'll share a template for you in a minute that you can take a look at. But these are really bites of best practices from your classroom that you can then share with our entire community and encourage others to try new things with technology and grow in that way as well. Here's an example from Luis, who is our amazing Microsoft leader in the UK. We briefly showed his rendition of it, but then we have the template here as well. So you'll see you have a space to put your profile picture. You can add a little bit details about yourself, add a social media handle that you'd like others to get connected with you at. A subject topic, you can share pictures or videos and little descriptions. So really it's just a little bite of what you're doing in your classroom for a way for us at corporate to get to know you and learn about the work that you're doing in the classroom, and also allow your fellow MIE experts to get to know you a little bit as well. I have some directions here on how you can get started. So you'll post these in the Worldwide Educator community team. We're going to give you some directions on how to get involved there in a minute. But we created a whole MIE Expert EDU Bite channel for you to share. And I was actually just looking a few hours ago and saw that from our first call this morning, we already have a few people that have added to this channel. And it was so fun to read through, hear about what some of your fellow MIE experts are doing in their classrooms. And it was fun to see others congratulating them or finding ideas of what could work for them as well. So definitely go ahead and post in that MIE EDU Bite channel and then start your announcement, fill out the information, put a screenshot of your card and then post it. And we'll definitely be checking over those and get to know you a little bit from that. All right, up next is our amazing Microsoft Showcase schools. So we wanted to let you know that we had approximately 587 showcase schools for 2024-2025, which is just amazing. We love seeing the innovative nature of some of these showcase schools and the amazing work that you're doing on a school-wide level. So thank you all for implementing that within your schools and all the amazing work that you're doing. We really are so amazed by all that you're doing within the school and district-wide levels, as well as in the individual educators' lives. So similar to the MIE Edu Bites, we have a showcase school spotlights. So I'll share with you the template that you can download, and then you can add 4 examples of how you are leading in the education transformation for your work. Add photos, videos, anything you need to get your point across. And then for this, you can post a screenshot either in the Showcase School and Incubator Schools channel, or just in general within the team as well. So we want to make sure that you have a place to post and share what your school is doing, and hopefully encourage others that are showcase schools, or even encourage school leaders that aren't yet showcase schools, but are maybe in the incubator program and just getting started with their transformation journey as well. So here you'll see you can add a little bit of information about your school, the country, state, district, insert your school name, and then similarly to the MIE Edu Bites, you can add pictures and videos and a little bit of a description there as well. All right, so that's everything for Showcase Schools. Next, we're going to jump into some logistics for both communities. So something that's a little bit different this year is we have a terms and conditions document that we need all of you to sign to make sure that everyone is on the same page when they're entering the program. So this is a little bit different this year because we are requiring you to log back into the nomination tool in order to access this terms and conditions, and then you'll get access to all of your resources. So definitely, if you haven't already, I'm hoping that a lot of you have already, but if you haven't, please log into the nomination tool at aka.ms/edu nomination. As a reminder, we request that you log in with the email that your welcome mail was sent to. And that's really important so that your nomination status is synced with the correct account. If you forgot your password, you can use that forgot password button as well, and it'll send you an email to reset your password. Please check your junk mail for that reset password email, because sometimes it ends up in there and we don't see it initially. So once you log in successfully, you'll see a pop-up. You can review your profile information and edit it if needed, and then sign those terms and conditions. After you sign the terms and conditions, you have all the access to the amazing resources that we have for you, including your Credly badge, which will be awarded 24 to 48 hours after you sign those terms and conditions. You'll also get the link to the Worldwide Educator Community Team, which we just shared about the Showcase School Spotlights and the MIEE EduBytes. That's where you can post those, is in that community team. We also have the Facebook group for MIEE experts, social media templates that we've already seen a lot of you sharing, and that's super exciting. But if you don't have those already, that's because you need to sign the terms and conditions to have access to those. Quick start guide, email signatures, all of that is in the nomination tool for you. So go sign those terms and conditions and you'll have access to all of that. All right, so note on how to join our team. So once you sign your terms and conditions, you will then go ahead and complete the form via the link that is in your resources page. You'll have to check your email, accept the invitation, and then you will need to switch tenants in order to access this new team. So we have some directions here. You'll see you will click on the school name next to your profile here, and then you will choose Microsoft Education Tenant Guest. You can see it down there as well. Once you log in, you'll be added to our team. And here are some channels that we have for you. We have Get Started with helpful initial directions. Like we said, Showcase School Spotlights and MIEE EduBytes section channel. We also have a product announcements channel that Mike Thulfson and others from Microsoft will post updates on the latest and greatest from Microsoft. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned to that. We'll have an events tab that we will be posting about our events coming up. And then we'll have a celebrations. We want to be able to celebrate you. So post in that channel and we'll all be able to celebrate you there. And then we have some other channels that allow you to collaborate and communicate and brainstorm even with other MIEs and Showcase schools. So that's what really the purpose of the accessibility, Microsoft EDU in the classroom, AI in education, and then the leadership and strategy channels. That's really the purpose of those, is to allow you to collaborate and work together with other community members. And then, of course, we had to dedicate a channel to our amazing Showcase schools to get the resources and share helpful context in there as well. And then, of course, at the end, help and advice, we're always on there. And you might even see that there's other community members that either have the same questions as you or will answer the questions that you have, which is amazing. All right. Also, we have our upcoming calendar of events. You'll see this first one, number 1, is our welcome call. And good news, you've already made it. So congrats on that. And then from there, we have a bi-monthly cadence of calls for you. So you'll notice in November, January, March, and May, we have calls. We haven't sent out these calendar invites yet, but they will be coming soon. In the meantime, what we request is that you add a hold on your calendar for all of these so you don't miss it. So, of course, we'll be sharing this deck out afterwards, but mark these dates in your calendar so you can be prepped that we have a worldwide community call, and we'll be sharing latest and greatest from Microsoft on there. We'll have some special speakers and all of that. So mark these dates in your calendar and then check your emails as well so you can make sure that you get those invites when they're sent out. All right, now we're going to hop into our quick start guide review, which is very exciting. So I'm going to pop over here and oh no, hopefully it is just refreshing for me. Perfect. Always nerve-wracking when it starts to refresh in the middle of a presentation, but here we go. All right, so you'll see I'm going to start with the MIEE Expert Quick Start Guide here. Really exciting about the quick start guides. We kind of view this as our living document throughout the year. So it's really crucial once you sign those terms and conditions to take this quick start guide, the link, bookmark it, and then refer back to it throughout the year as we update it with important resources or links or even guidance that might be valuable for you. So you'll see we have initially our get started. We have a little welcome and table of contents for you that makes it easy to just jump wherever you need to within the OneNote. We have our team here, which is amazing. So you can look back on our pictures, our smiling faces. And then if you need further guidance on how to access the team, we also have that in the quick start guide, and you can refer back to that. I want to make note really quickly of the rules and regulations that we have for our team site and also for our Facebook group. I'll just review these quickly. So please ensure that the posts contribute to the group as a whole. Be kind and courteous. Respect everyone's cultural and religious beliefs. Don't share badges, certificates, and points earned. We get a lot of this during this time of year, but we all have the same badges and certificates. We would request that you share those out on your personal social media and not in our teams and Facebook sites. Please respect everyone's privacy. No hate speech or bullying. Do not post your personal business as advertisements. And then don't share local learning opportunities. You'll have other avenues to go about that. But these are global communities, so we want to make sure it's beneficial for the global community that we have. So there's some helpful guidance for that. Our Facebook group here. Then we have our social media templates. If you weren't able to access those in the resources page, we have the template here as well, so you can create. And there's a few different ones. You can add your photo and then post that on your LinkedIn or X or Facebook. Also want to point out, if you're looking for some ongoing professional development and professional learning, we highly recommend you go ahead and work with a global training partner. A lot of them will host webinars for individuals, but a lot of them also focus on school-wide adoption of tools. So you can look at ak.ms/find-a-trainer and find a trainer within your region as well to help facilitate your professional learning. And then we also have here brand guidelines for you. So if you want to use the Microsoft brand or the MIE Expert logo, here's some helpful guidance for you here. Here you'll see we have our events. We have the links to our welcome call here, and then we'll be updating this page as well with future call links. And then you can connect with Microsoft at these conferences coming up as well. In this tab, we'll be sharing what's new in Microsoft EDU. So often Mike Thulfson will post in our teams, but we'll also be posting things in here, whether it's from Mike Thulfson or others at Microsoft. So this is a great place to refer back to as well if you're looking for the latest and greatest from Microsoft. One perk of being in the community is getting additional partner offers. So this year we partnered with a variety of companies that offered either tech solutions for you or some resources that you can use as educators or in your classroom. So you'll definitely want to check this out. You'll see we have a variety here. And on these different pages, you will have the sign up for the offer link. You'll have some have a solution video that you can view. It'll let you know what regions it's available in, the category, age group, languages, and then what technologies it's affiliated with. Some of them have blogs and case studies, and then solution site or name here as well. So definitely check these out. We have some amazing partners that we work with, and we want you to get plugged in with them as well. Our amazing friends over at Minecraft put together a section for you. So if you're interested in learning more about Minecraft, getting trained with Minecraft, or getting plugged in with a club for Minecraft, all of that is here. But we love our colleagues at Minecraft, and they're doing amazing work over there. So there's also build challenges that you can use with your learners as well. So check out this section if you're interested in that. We also have our friends over at MakeCode as well. So if you haven't used MakeCode before, we have some helpful guidance for you here. What is MakeCode? And then how they partner with Minecraft, some resources for MakeCode, and a variety of FAQs that you can get involved with as well. And then we also have from MakeCode our Visual Studio Code for Education overview as well. So check all of these resources out. Lastly, here we have our Microsoft Certified Coach program, which is loading here. So this is a pretty new program as well. It's been implemented in the last year or so. If you're interested in becoming a Microsoft Certified Coach, if you're an instructional learning coach within your school, this is a great program to get involved with. You can learn a little bit more about it and see where it's being offered currently. I know that there is planning to be one right before BET as well, which would be great for all of you international folks as well. There's that. And then last but not least, for our MIE Quick Start Guide, we have an FAQs page for you all as well. So we'll be adding frequently asked questions here. If you have them throughout the year, we will direct you to this. Anything from Credly to welcome mail. And then throughout the year, there'll be more questions. So we'll add those there so you can have quick access to all of those. Now I'm going to jump over to our Showcase School Quick Start Guide, which the amazing Claire and her team put together. So you'll see here we have a table of contents. Hers is much more detailed than mine. I'm jealous a little bit, but she has some amazing resources for you. Welcome message here. We also have some personal information updates. So you can sign in to the nomination tool for Showcase Schools, or really any community member can do this, and then update your profile. This is really crucial because you want to make sure that the email that we have on file is the one that you want your emails being sent to. So you can go ahead and update your profile there. And then we are also looking into ways to change in our system Showcase School leaders and assign those to a different role. So stay tuned for that as well. So where to get started, we have some helpful notes on bookmarking the Quick Start Guide, joining the Facebook group, marking our community calls on your calendar, and then getting involved and really showcasing the Microsoft Educator and Advanced Educator badges and promoting those with your educators in your school as well. We have here some guidance on getting into our team as well. And then some more information on getting trained if you want some additional training. We have initially some Minecraft Education Teacher Academy resources for you here, but we'll be adding more throughout the year, of course. All right, professional development. If you're looking to host a Showcase School event, we have branded marketing materials here, which I know is of value to a lot of you Showcase Schools. If you're looking to have access to banners with Showcase School logo on it, all of that will be found in the resources page, and then you'll have access to those AI files to create whatever you need for your school. Once again, professional development in the Microsoft Learn Center and getting involved in that. We have our different trainer badges and our Microsoft Educator and Microsoft Advanced Educator badges that they can get started with. So definitely recommend viewing these, learning a little bit more about it, and getting your educators involved in these different programs as well. Then, of course, we have our MIEs here, which a lot of you on the call are already MIEs, but we do expect for Showcase Schools to have a specific criteria, a number of Showcase Schools, a number of MIEs in your Showcase School. So helpful guidance for you all as you think to next year. We have a limited number of exam vouchers. And then, of course, as Claire said this morning, it is never too soon to start preparing your nomination for next year. So she included some helpful guidance here for how you can get started, and just thinking in the back of your mind on how you're going to renew for next year as well as some sway examples of really exceptional sways that you can look into. We will be switching to PowerPoint for next year, but same concepts there. Then, of course, we have our community call section where we'll be posting about our future community calls. She has the dates in here, how to add an iCalendar or ICS event file, which is super helpful guidance. And then she also included some helpful guidance on knowing what Pacific time is and what time it'll be in your region. Last but not least, we have our dive deeper section. So if you're looking to dive deeper into any of these categories, from Minecraft to Microsoft Educator trainers and all of these details, you can get started here as well. So that wraps up our Microsoft Showcase School Quick Start Guide and our MIE Quick Start Guide. Going to go back to our deck really quickly. I think that's it, wrapping up this call for tonight.
Yes, it is. I just want to say thank you so much, Kaylee, for going through all of that content. I've been trying to keep up in the chat with answering some of the questions. I also see Julia's in the chat answering some of the questions as well. We will go back to the chat and try to make sure that we address all the various questions. And I think as Kaylee was presenting more and more, some of the questions that were asked were actually being addressed. And so we'll try to make sure we go in and drop some links and some additional content. But again, we just want to say thank you for taking the time to be here today to learn more about how you can be proactively involved in these communities. We know that, of course, your time is precious, your talent, your energy, and we just so appreciate you taking the time to be here today and to connect with us. And learn more about your engagement with these communities over the next year. And so we are very excited to partner with you all. We will see you in the community. We will see you at a future call. As was shared, these calls are recorded. They will be posted in the community and at your availability. Please, please, please do go and sign the terms and conditions. That unlocks a lot of kind of gateways and whatnot for you to access the various information. But again, we just so appreciate your time today and your attention. And if you have questions, we are continuing to post in the chat. educator@microsoft.com is where you can direct your inquiries if there's something that was not answered to the full need and full scope of your question. We do want to ensure that you have a positive experience and that all the information you need is readily available. So never hesitate to reach out to us, and we will do our best to navigate through many questions and make sure we're presenting the best, most available information. And with that, we just wish you a great day with the rest of your day, whether it's, daytime, morning, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. We just thank you for being here and just wish you a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thanks all.